What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up, Eagle Nations fans, and welcome to the fan cave where it doesn't matter where you live as long as Eagle pride and Eagle green is what you give. I am your host, OGP, and you know what the deal. It's the deal. It's time to get real. That's what the deal is. As you can see the ticker in the thumbnail, so you know it's time to show one more video. Please subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell if you would. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns that you might want to express, please see at the bottom the ticker that's going to be floating down. Matter of fact, let me put it down there now so you can get it. I want you to be able to get, well, let's do it at the end because I want to share with you the the topic for this video. We'll just go ahead and show that. There you go. There you go. And I did add the Eagle Nations fan cave also for our IG, but I put it in there, but I didn't save it. But anyway, we'll put it in there again. Listen, I got some things I need to get off my chest because I mean, look, you hear people, all these people jumping on the bandwagon now. I mean, they've been talking about the Eagles. They've been talking down about the Eagles all since the end of last season. If it's not one thing, it's another. Listen, let me tell you something. These bandwagon jumpers, don't trust them. I don't care if they're national media or local media. The bottom line is some of these folks, they're just fair weather fans. As soon as something goes wrong, they're going to start to complain, and they're going to ask for some drastic changes when they're not even really fans. And you know the ones that I'm talking about, because those are the ones that were talking about negatively about the Eagles and parts of the Eagles team all year long. But yet they're going to jump on the wagon now. The season's getting ready to begin, and it looks like the Eagles have, if not the best, one of the best teams on paper in the NFL. So now they want to jump on the wagon, but it's only until something happens. Note the ones that are blowing our horns now, because later on down the road, when things start getting difficult, because things are always going to get difficult, it's the NFL. And as soon as things get difficult, they're going to start changing their tune. Those are the ones you don't need to pay no attention to. And I'm talking about local Philadelphia media too, because some of the Philadelphia media, they don't want Jalen Hurts to be the quarterback. That's just the bottom line. And listen, I'm going to tell you this right off the bat. No matter what Jalen Hurts does this year, it won't matter. It won't matter. They're going to still say that he's not a franchise quarterback. And here's why. They're going to say he's not a franchise quarterback because they're going to say it's the people that's been put around him. He was supposed to be successful because of the players that have been placed around him. So it wasn't Jalen Hurts. We can get rid of Jalen Hurts and we can get anyone else. We can get Jimmy G, or we can get someone else, and they'll be just as effective as Jalen Hurts. That's what they're going to say. Now, and if they don't play well, if the Eagles don't fare well this season, which is highly unlikely to nearly impossible, they're going to say it was Jalen Hurts' fault. And we still need to get another quarterback because we've got these first-round draft picks that we can use to garner another quarterback, whether it's by draft or by trade. So that no matter what Jalen Hurts does, believe me, hear what I'm saying, he won't win with the media and with some of these fans. He won't. The bottom line, he won't win. But let me tell you the truth of the matter is this: Jalen, if you go out and get a draft a quarterback, you're going to have to go through growing pains with him, right? If you go out and get someone you say that you could replace Hurts with them, you may save money, but you're still going to have to go through growing pains with them. The growing pains that has happened with Jalen Hurts this year, last year, and the year before are done. It's time to flourish. And Jalen Hurts is going to show you he's done nothing but progress every year he's played. Every year he's played. And I hear people say, well, he was in the Pac-12. He's supposed to be able to wait a minute. He started out in the SEC and he was the freshman of the year, the rookie of the year in the SEC as a freshman. He's the player of the year. So and that was against the best players in football, because if you want to talk about the best players in football, we know it's the SEC in college, right? And so he lost his job to a quarterback that he came back and replaced and still won. See, these folks, they have hidden agendas. Let me tell you, you got hidden agendas and your sheet is showing. You need to really tuck that sheet back in, because something's wrong. Something's wrong, because Jalen Hurts is the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, whether you like it or not, because true Philly fans don't care about who the quarterback is. I know for me, I had this jersey right here. It's really a Carson Wentz jersey. I wore a Carson Wentz jersey because I really pulled for Carson Wentz as a Philadelphia Eagle fan, because I'm a Philadelphia Eagle fan. Doesn't matter whose name is on the back of the jersey. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's about the team. It's about the team. And I've pulled for the Philadelphia Eagles longer than most of these folks that you can imagine. Oh, I know. But I'm telling you, I've been around long. That's why it's OGP, because I have been around a long time compared to some of these folks that say that they are content creators. Man, I've been around a lot longer than you. I've seen a lot more relative to this team than you. You can't even go back as far as I can go back. So, and I don't care if you're national media or if you're local Philadelphia media. I've been around longer than you, and I know about this team. I've been pulling for this team as a child. I'm talking about as a child. So you can't tell me nothing about this team. And listen, I want to tell you that, listen, you don't believe the hype of these people that are pulling your leg, talking about the Eagles this and the Eagles that, when they weren't pulling for us, and they don't pull for us around year round. You can go on some of these talk shows and some of these football shows, and they only talk good about the Eagles when the Eagles are doing well. They don't fight for the Eagles because that's not their job. Their job is to push the NFL, not a team, but the NFL, and whatever is the predominant team at that time, that's who they're going to push. And they're going to push the Eagles now because everybody sees the Eagles as being a threat in the NFL. But if you're a real Eagles fan, if you're a fair weather Eagles fan, you're not a fan, because you weren't around when the Eagles struggled. You weren't around when the Eagles were struggling back in the day. You weren't around when people were blaming the Eagles for beating up, throwing snowballs at Santa Claus and having a jail in their basement of their stadium and having rats in the stadium, which all stadiums do. They have jails. They have violence. They have things happening in their stadiums just as much as the Eagles. But you're going to hear about the Eagles because they love to paint the Eagles as the bad guy. They love to paint Philadelphia as the bad city, no matter what happens or what is done. Listen, Philadelphia is one of the most happening cities. What I love when I go, listen, I don't live there anymore because of business, but I'm a Philly fan through and through. All my life, and everywhere I've gone, I repped Philly. And always will rep Philly, and I'm not afraid about it either. I'm not afraid about it because I'm a Philly fan. Regardless of the name on the back of the jersey, I'm pulling for the wings on the helmet. You know what I'm saying? I'm pulling for the wings on the helmet. So listen, this is why the other thing I want to talk about is these clickbait YouTubers. And what I'm talking about is they put these thumbnails up of people that you think that's going to be in the YouTube broadcast, and they're not. What I'm doing to those kind of people is I'm blocking them. I'm getting rid of them because that's clickbait. All they're wanting to do is for you to get over there, and when you get over there, they don't talk about nothing that they say that they're going to talk about when they show the title of their broadcast. That's false advertisement. They are not to be trusted. You need to get rid of them. I get rid of them because they're liars. They have no sense of integrity, and they're not promoting what they say that they're going to be promoting. They're false advertisers. You need to get rid of them. You need to block them. You need to do whatever you need to do to get rid of them. Get rid of them because they are a menace. Okay. Now listen. What I wanted to talk about, what I need to talk about, is the weakest area of the Philadelphia Eagles. Now I hear people tell you the weakest area is Jalen Hurts. You hear it. You've been hearing it all year, right up to this date. Now people trying to change their tune, but all while this year was coming, you hear, oh, can Jalen Hurts? We don't hear nothing about none of the other teams and their quarterbacks. Why is it that we don't hear anything about Herbert? Why is it that we Allen? Why we don't hear anything about these guys? They have the same possibilities that lie for Jalen Hurts, lie for every quarterback in the NFL. If they don't do their job, they can be replaced. I don't care who they are. So why is it that we have to pull out Jalen Hurts time in and time out? Time and time again, Jalen Hurts is not going. Can Jalen Hurts do it? Can he progress? Will he progress, or will he digress? And if he doesn't do what he's supposed to do, and we can have 2 picks, and we have 2 first round draft picks, and we have these, and we can do that, and yeah, right. But that's what we can do with any other team. That's clickbait. These are clickbait folks. They put stuff on their thumbnail. They put things in their title, in their description, and it has nothing to do with the broadcast that they put out there. We need to get rid of them for real. But I want to talk about, before I talk about the weakest area of the Philadelphia Eagles, I want to say this, and I'm going to continue to go on record and let you know that this year the Philadelphia Eagles will finish with a 13-4 record. I've said it before. Look at my broadcast. I said it as early as July that the Eagles will have a 13-4 record. That's before all the changes. We may even do better, but I'm going to stick with my original premise of 13-4. Now, who are we going to lose to? If we lose to any teams, I believe it'll be these teams. I believe it'll be Arizona. Here's why. Because when we travel, we don't travel well to Arizona. We haven't over the last several years. It's been a long time that we don't travel. And I'm telling you, it goes back to Kurt Warner days that we don't travel well to Arizona. So if we lose, it's not even because of Kyler Murray, and it's not because of D-Hop not being there. It's going to be because we don't travel well to Arizona. It's going to be about us and not Arizona. So if we're going to lose to any team, the first one is going to be Arizona. The next team that I picked that we may lose to, and this may be stretching it because we may beat this team, and here's why. It's the Packers. We do play well against the Packers, and here's another reason why we play well against the Packers. We play well against the Packers at home, and so we're going to be playing the Packers at the Link. And so if we're going to lose, it'll be a close one, but we can win that game. But if we're going to lose any game, it'll be that one. It'll be Arizona. It'll be the Packers, right? The next team that I say that we possibly could lose to, again, I think we could possibly win against as well. And that's because of who the coach is. No, it's not Doug Peterson. No, it's not. It's Frank Reich. And I think that the Colts may have a shot at beating the Philadelphia Eagles because we'll be playing them in Indianapolis. So that they may beat us. They may, and Matt Ryan, who's on the downside of his career, is a better quarterback than, well, I don't know. I may be stretching that. I still think Carson Wentz is a really good quarterback. His last year at Indianapolis was not a bad year. I think that they should have kept him. In Indianapolis. I think they made a mistake by letting him go. I think that the quarterback that they got, Matt Ryan, is on the last, and he's not going to have a really good year. I don't think he's going to have I think he's on the far end of his career. I think they would have fared weather with keeping Wentz where they were, but they didn't. So They may beat us. They may beat us. And what I think is this. I think it's going to be important around the running game because they have Taylor, and I don't think Taylor's going to have the year he had last year. But at the same token, I want to see what our defense does against the run. I think this is going to be a real test for our defensive front seven. I really think this is going to be a really telltale sign of if we have a top flight defensive front seven. And if we have a top flight front seven, I would say that we have a top 5 defense in the NFL. I would say that. And so we can beat the Colts. But if we go to lose a game, I think that's one of the 3, 4 that we'll lose. So we're talking about Arizona, we're talking about the Packers, and we're talking about the Colts if we're going to lose. Now, the last game that we're going to lose, it goes down like a bitter pill to say this because I really want to give it back to them, and that is, I think we're going to lose one of the games against the Cowboys. I think that we're going to probably lose. I think it's the Christmas Eve game. I would hate to lose that game because of what they did to us last year. They put up 42 and they put up 92 points, I think it was, on us in the 2 games last year. They ran up the score on us. I want the Eagles to return the favor. I really do. But I think they may beat us one game. And I think it's going to be the Christmas Eve game, which is going to be in Dallas. So I'll give them that. Possibly. But we can win that one too. I love to see us sweep them. I love to see us sweep them, and not only sweep them, but return the favor of last year when we've set our players the last game of the season before the playoffs, and they claimed that they were trying to get ready for the playoffs and ran up the score. They ran up the score. I know. I was there. I was at the link when they did it. I was present, and I saw them run up the score. That's what leaves a bitter taste in my mouth when I say I think that the Cowboys will beat us one of the games this year, and this will be the game at home. They're not going to beat us at the link this year. They're not. If they're going to win a game, if they're going to beat us, it'll be in Texas. So even with the games that I'm saying that we're going to lose, there's not a game that we can't win. But if we're going to lose games, I think these are the 4 that I would think that's more palatable to lose than some of the others. But I understand sometimes you lose games that you're supposed to win in the NFL, right? And you win games that you're supposed to lose. I get it, but I still say we're going to be 13-4. 13-4. All right, now let's get to the meeting of what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about the weakest area of the Eagles team. Now, it's not what you think. Because people say will it be Jalen Hurts? Then I hear people say, will it be the running game? Because the Eagles don't have a legitimate big back for short yardage. I hear people saying that as well. Okay, I think that we have enough running backs in our stable that's going to get us and do what needs to be done. I really do. I really think that we do. Oh, by the way, you like the shirt? You like the shirt? You may not be able to see it. No one, what does it say? No one likes us. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care because we you know what? Our team, stands with themselves, right? So listen. The weakest part is not what people keep saying. It's not Jalen Hurts. Nope. It's not the running game. Nope. But they want us to think it's going to be, but it's not going to be. I'm telling you, Miles Sanders is going to run angry this year. I've been watching him. He's pissed. He's pissed. Watch. Miles Sanders is going to have a season this year. Okay? So the next thing they say is our cornerbacks, right? We've heard about the cornerbacks. Then when the cornerbacks situation was addressed, then it became the safeties, right? Now the safety situation has been addressed. So now what is it? What is it now? Oh, it's Gannon, right? Oh, no. I'm gonna tell you what the real problem for the Philadelphia Eagles is going to be this year. Listen to what I'm saying. Mark it down. What's going to be our problem? It's going to be our kicking game. And when I say kicking game, I'm talking about every aspect of the kicking game. I'm talking about our punter, first and foremost. Sip ups or whatever, or side posts or whatever however you pronounce his name. He showed me last year. He showed in the play. I mean, he was kicking 30-yard field goal punts, 30 yards, 40-yard punts. The kicking game is important to change the field position. You need to make sure you do that to ensure that your defense is not put in a short field, right? That's important that you don't put your defense in consistent short field positions or situations. But you got a kicker who has been kicking 30-yard and 40-yard field goal of punts. When the strength of our kicking game is our field goal kicking. Elliott is a Pro Bowler. He is the star of our kicking game. So I'm not talking about him. Elliott, I think, is one of the premier field goal kickers and kickers in the NFL. I'm not talking about him. But our punting is suspect. The next thing is our punt return game is suspect. Who is it going to be? I'm concerned about it. I don't see who it's going to be because we haven't shown anyone with consistency. The only one I could say that possibly can be a punt returner and our kickoff returner is Covey. And Covey doesn't add any electricity. He just has he has hands that are sure, and he doesn't seem to be the fumble. But we could do that. We could do that with Scott. Scott he could do the kickoff return. He did it last year. He's not going to go far, but he's got sure hands, right? He's got sure hands, and he could possibly do it. But so Covey, listen, Devin Allen should have not make the team. Are you kidding me? Because he caught a touchdown pass means that he's supposed to be. There's plenty of guys that can run fast. No. You don't make a team in the NFL off of one catch. And you don't make it because you're an Olympic sprinter. Willie Gault used to be an Olympic sprinter with the Chicago Bears, but he could catch the ball. He could catch the ball. One catch doesn't say that he can catch the ball. If anything else, the Eagles should have been showing us and showing whether this guy can catch the ball all season, all during preseason. One catch, the last game, and now we're going to put him on the team. No, the only thing that got him on the team is because they say that he can play special teams. I haven't seen it. I've seen him play special teams. He may have did one or two plays the whole preseason. So Devin Allen, I don't think should be on the team. I don't think so. But he will be. Watch. He will be at some point of the season. Devin Allen will be called up to play. So the kicking game is the kickoff game. I'm sorry, the punt game, the punt return game, and our kickoff return team is suspect. That's where our weakest areas are. Our kicking game, our kick coverage and kick receiving is going to be suspect. Those are the areas that we need to really, really look at. Everything else is strong. Everything else about this team is strong. So anyway, that's my take. I say we're going 13-4. I say we need to note these bandwagon jumpers. I'd say we regardless of what Jalen Hurts does, they're going to say that he's still not good enough, no matter what he does. Okay, and we need to look at these clickbait YouTubers, right? And we need to get rid of them, and then we need to look at that kicking game, all aspects of our kicking game except for our field goal kicking. Every other area of our kicking, kick coverage, kick return, and punting, I'm concerned. I'm concerned, and I'm really concerned. But other than that, hey, it's time, man. I've been looking forward to it. I've been looking forward. Oh, by the way, over my shoulder to my right, my right, your left, are our t-shirts. We have t-shirts that we're giving away to the first 100 people that subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Go to our email address, which is eaglenationfancave@gmail.com, and give us so that we get your information. And if you subscribe, right, we'll send you one of these these t-shirts. Also, excuse me, I don't know if you've seen our Eagles sombreros. We have Eagles sombreros that we are making available. Again, if you want to find out more information on how to get a sombrero, and if you go, and we'll put it up in our and you saw me in one of our earlier broadcasts. I had the sombrero on. We also have them in other colors. We have them in white and we have them in black. Also, by the way, we have the new black helmet here, along with our green one back here as well. And I love the black. I love the black helmet. I love the black helmet. We also have the black sombreros. You need to see those. Wait till you see those. I'm going to be sporting the black sombrero at the first Eagles game, and that's going to be what is that? That's which game is that? I think it's the second game. I think whatever the season opener. We're going to have. I will have a sombrero on at that game. The last game that I was at was at the Jets game. They had the sombrero that I was wearing on the Jumbotron. They liked it that much. It was on the Jumbotron. And as I was leaving with the sombrero on, the number of people that were asking me about the sombrero and how to get it was phenomenal. So the sombreros are now available. All you have to do is go to our the email. I'll show you how to get it. I'll show you how to go about getting that sombrero. It comes in white, it comes in black, and it comes in green. Okay. All right. So please subscribe. First 100 people get free tees. And please hit the notification bell so you know when we got new information, new broadcasts coming. Again, send any question, concerns, or comments. Please go to our Eagles Nation Fan Cave @gmail.com. It is scrolling underneath the ticker, and you also have there our I believe that's our Twitter address, and we're going to be putting up also our IG in a minute. I put them up there and I just didn't save them, and as a result they wiped it out. But anyway, I'm excited. We're going to go 1-0 this week. We're going to beat Detroit, right? We're going to beat Detroit, and we're going to go do it for Darius Slay, because Slay is going back to his stomping grounds, and he loves Detroit, because Detroit, and I get it. I mean, Detroit gave him a start. All right. Well, until the next time, this is OGP bidding you peace, power, and Eagle pride.